Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jamie and I am a tour guide here in Central Australia, the heartbeat of this beautiful nation. I just thought I'd do a quick video for you guys and talk a little bit about Aboriginal culture here in Australia and the impact the Europeans had when they first arrived here. But to go back to the beginning, during my time here is 5 months ago. I've had a lot of questions since then about the Aboriginal culture, and of course there is a common misconception between both cultures and different ideologies, and I've discovered that in my time here that there's been a real lack of understanding between the two cultures. There's a lot of common questions that I get asked, so I thought I'd try and answer a few of these questions today in this short video. So to go back to the beginning, that's where we start our journey. Now, human civilization started over in Africa, somewhere in Ethiopia, around about 150,000 years ago. That's modern humans, of course. Now, it is thought that the original Australians, or the first Australians, actually made their way across land bridges over thousands of years and eventually ended up here in the Great Southern Land, also known today as, of course, the beautiful continent of Australia. Now, this journey took them many thousands of years, and there's been various evidence found by archaeologists and also anthropologists, historians. There's been a huge amount of debate about the length of time in which they have actually inhabited this beautiful continent. Now, there have been ranges from around about 20,000 years up to 40,000, but it's now been argued that they could have been here for up to 70,000 years. Now, that makes them the oldest continuing culture on the planet. Now, the reason they think that Aboriginal people have inhabited this beautiful continent for this huge amount of time, 70,000 years, is due to a study that was done on a 100-year-old lock of hair that belonged to an Aboriginal elder in Western Australia. Now, that was in the 1920s. DNA sequencing has found that he was related to the first people that migrated out of Africa and ended up here in Australia. So it must be pretty impressive, or quite a proud thing to be able to say that I am actually a descendant from the oldest living culture on the planet. Now, Aboriginal people are very, very spiritual. They're very connected to the land. Now, the main difference that I like to sort of highlight between us as Westerners and Aboriginal people is basically the difference in ideas. So we as Westerners, we buy land, we own it, you build farms, you build houses. That is your property. That is how we survive, that's how we grow. We go to school, we learn, we have tests constantly, and we are graded. Now, in Aboriginal culture, it's completely different. Now, they believe in something called the creation time. Some of you might know it as the dream time, which is a concept which a couple of anthropologists by the name of Gillen and Spencer arrived at when they studied people from the Arunda nation over, if anyone's been to Alice Springs, you would have been in Arunda country. Now, why were they so successful? Well, there's many sort of answers to this question, but in my opinion, it was because of their spiritual nature. The fact that everybody had a role in the Aboriginal society, everybody had their purpose, and food was always shared. Their terrific spirit and ethic of natural human survival and the ability to look after each other is one of the greatest human stories, in my opinion, of all time. It's something which I think we as Westerners can all take something from and learn from.